Welcome back. Time now for Four Things First, a collection of things we saw we love. Brandon, you love being featured in the Chiefs' L Bell hype video.
Oh, that color looked really good on Le'Veon. Hey, today I celebrate the Chiefs. I don't celebrate the Chiefs because they got one of the premier backs in the league. I celebrate the Chiefs because they used my analysis yesterday to make their announcement of Le'Veon Bell.
So mad, Nick.
They tweeted it out, had an Instagram post, and you can just hear my voice all over it. Oh, my goodness, if the Chiefs get Le'Veon, this is going to be dangerous for the entire NFL. Nick, why didn't they use your analysis yesterday?
Because
Why?
I don't know.
Answer me that,
I'm
Nick.
so mad at my
You trust your own
hometown
team.
because
you trust your own team.
You have been down on them all year. I have been promoting
That's not
them
true.
for my whole life, and now all of a sudden they tweet out audio of only you. The only time all year you've been good on them. It's unbelievable what happened. I could not. I'm so mad about this. I can't wait for Ryan Fitzpatrick to play a clip of me talking about how good he is. This is infuriating, Lance. It's infuriating.
I love it.
Wilds, take the cake.
JaVale McGee invented a brand new way to celebrate on his Instagram, the NBA championship cake. I am pro cake, and I think this is a good step in the right direction to more celebrations with cake in the sports arena. We know we had the champagne celebrations came about in the 1950s, famously Gatorade shower, 1986, Bill Parcells, then the great all-time player Paul Pierce dumped some Gatorade indoors, 2004, the Red Sox wore goggles, and yesterday, JaVale McGee made a championship cake. And Nick, no technology in our lifetime has grown faster than cake technology. It's not your cell phone, it's not your computer, it's not your television. When we were growing up, you just had some old convict at Stop and Shop going, yeah, putting out happy birthday, Kevin. Now we've got full-on pictures. Cake technology is out of control. And congratulations to the geniuses behind cake technology, and congratulations to JaVale McGee.
They never talked about GOAT debate, Nicholas.
Yeah, listen, so earlier this week, I put out, I think, a very, iconic piece of media. It'll go down in the cannons, what the media doesn't want you to know about Michael Jordan. And it went viral. I'm hearing, I can't confirm, but I'm hearing Twitter and Facebook tried to deplatform it to try to, continue the Michael Jordan myth. But thankfully, thanks to unbiased observers, it continues to be pushed out into the public sphere. And speaking of an unbiased observer, here's one of the 30 greatest players of all time, a Hall of Famer, a champion, a guy who coached against LeBron and played against Jordan. His take. Isaiah Thomas weighs in, totally unbiased, no reason to have any dog in this fight, says, GOAT debate facts. At Get Nick Right. So I appreciate it, Zeke. Much love to you. And I appreciate you continuing to, with no bias whatsoever, put this out into the public sphere. Isaiah Thomas, who knew, on my side of the argument.
All right, moving on. Of all of D. Wade's talents, being at the right place at the right time on the court was always one of them. Now, right place, right time, off the court can be added to his resume. Dwayne Wade walking down the beach the other day, and he sees a bunch of people up ahead, and he's like, oh, let's go say hi. I'll just walk over. Meanwhile, the guy that was on the beach was about to propose to his wife, has waited his entire life for the perfect girl, the perfect time of day, the perfect beach, the perfect moment, gets down on his knee, and he's like, oh, my, hey, buddy, buddy, get out of the way. I'm doing something here. What are the chances two people are walking down the... Meanwhile, Dwayne Wade walks up and he goes, oh, my God, that's Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade's like, hey. The guy's like, you're Dwayne Wade. He's like, I know. Who's the girl? He's like, I don't know. You're Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade stops. He takes pictures with them. He didn't get the full story. The guy never even introduced, was so mesmerized. And then Dwayne Wade later tweets, wishing you all the best. I was there from the beginning. I hope it works out. Dwayne Wade walks off into the sunset. The marriage proposal goes on, and it is an absolutely beautiful moment for Dwayne Wade. Right place, right time for D-Wade.
That's awesome.
The music is making me emotional. All right,
See,
let us ramp back up
2020 isn't
now.
all bad.
2020 is turning out to be one super heck of a year. Let us dive into Sunday's slate, America's Game of the Week. Packers and Bucks Sunday on Fox. So our friends over at Fox Bet have the Packers favored by 1.5. This is the third time Brady and Rodgers have faced off. They split the first two meetings. So which quarterback has the edge? Well, Packers running back Jamal Williams weighed in. Take a listen.
Let's set the record straight. Whose quarterback is better, yours or Ronald Jones?
Come on, man. I'm pretty sure look. I'm pretty sure my quarterback knows what fourth down is. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, exactly. I'm like, Aaron Rodgers would never do that. Never. You know what I mean? Like, he's too smart for that.
It is the gift that keeps on giving if you are facing the Bucs ever
Nick.
on Sunday. Brandon, let me start with you. Who has the tougher job on Sunday, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady?
Are we just going to gloss over Jamal? What is his name? Jamal Williams? Who? Come on, you can't talk about the GOAT like that. Who are you?
Oh, you
can't do that, and you're smiling and encouraging it, Nick. You can't do that. No.
He has every right. First Amendment.
Aaron Rodgers has the biggest challenge, Jenna, and it's not even close. Tom Brady already faced a tough opponent, you know, in the Chicago Bears Thursday Night Football. You got Akeem Hicks, you got Khalil Mack on the other side, getting to the quarterback better than almost anybody in the NFL. Todd Bowles on the other side of this field is relentless, and he's throwing everybody at you in all three levels. So not only do you have Sue, JPP, Shaq Barrett, but you also have these linebackers. White's going to be coming, and he throws this safety at you. Antoine Winfield Jr., this dude, man, we need to start talking about him as rookie defensive player of the year.
Minnesota?
He is balling. I played against his daddy. No, not in Minnesota. Yeah. His son. I played against his daddy. This kid is balling, and he knows how to get to the quarterback. And for that very reason, it's going to be strength on strength, Nick. This offensive line on the Green Bay side, they're playing lights out. They're only giving up 2.1% pressure on all of Aaron Rodgers' drop back. They are really good. But on the other side of the ball, that defensive line, they're getting to the quarterback. So for that reason, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have his work cut out for him come this Sunday.
Brandon, I totally agree with you. And you're spot on about Antoine Winfield Jr., the rookie safety. I couldn't, but it made me feel old when you saw him being a projected, late first, early second round pick. Yeah. Because I'm like, wait a second. Right. And so but I agree with you 1,000% that it is the harder job this weekend is Aaron Rodgers' job. And that is in part because Tom Brady, it was all good just 2 weeks ago. We were talking about his offensive line being one of the best in football and his receiving core, when whole, being one of the best in football. Well, Godwin is expected to play. Mike Evans is expected to play. Gronk and Scotty Miller obviously expected to play. I know O.J. Howard is lost for the year, but that's one of your tight ends in a rotation of O.J. Howard, Gronk, and Cameron Brate. And the Packers defense, while it by no means is this a bad defense, also, by no means is this a great defense. Jair Alexander is an exceptional corner, and Zadarius Smith is an exceptional pass rusher. But especially with Kenny Clark being out of the lineup for a number of games this year, that defense doesn't have a ton of punch unless Rashawn Gary, I think second-year linebacker, third-year linebacker, young linebacker, let me say that, adds more on the inside. So, yeah, Aaron Rodgers is going to have to deal with not only Todd Bowles, but those monsters up front. And he's going to have to deal with it with a receiving core that continues to be banged up, even though they expect Devontae Adams back. So I agree with Brandon Wilds 1,000%. I think Rodgers has the far tougher job. Luckily for Rodgers, at this point in 2020, he's the far better quarterback, so I think he's going to be able to handle it. But he is the one that is going to be facing more adversity this weekend.
Yeah. When do you think we're going to see this Bucs offense that was so heralded in the offseason explode? It's like, it's okay. It's just like solidly okay. They're 12th in passing yards per game behind Jacksonville and the Chargers. The average yards per pass that Brady's thrown is 7 yards behind the New England Patriots and the Ravens. Their longest pass is 50 yards. It's good for like 20th in league for no risk it, no biscuit. I'm not getting risky, and I'm not getting any biscuits. It's a little bit of a karmic retribution for me, because when you have big First Things First fans will remember my skinny bookshelf, and then we got this beautiful thing. Well, this beautiful thing is much bigger than my skinny bookshelf, so we had to move it to the play area. Kids saw that I took over the play area, not happy, small revolt in the Wilds home. I'm like, guys, chill out. I'm going to get you a video game system. They're like, yes, you're going to get a video game system. You know what I got them? Old Super Nintendo with like 20 games packed on. And they were like, oh, yeah, it's not what kind of was promised. It's still okay. And that's the Bucs offense. Leading receivers right now, Mike Evans is 31st in the league. Scott Miller, who I have to call Scotty, I guess, is 34th. Chris Godwin's been hurt, but he's only got 143 yards. And Gronk is still, we're 0 for Gronk spikes for the year.
And O.J. Howard's hurt.
And O.J. Howard's hurt. Blocking. And O.J. Howard's gone.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette was supposed to be a big thing. I got a good meme out of it. Haven't seen any production, Brandon. So I've been waiting patiently for this Bucs offense to blow up, and I haven't seen it.
I think this is how they get it done this week. It could be this week, Wilds, but it's not through the air. If they can get this running game going, we could see this offense become what you just said they should be. Now, when you look at the Packers defense, the biggest hole they have is their run D. They can't stop anybody. So if they give it to Fournette, if they continue to commit to the run like they tried to do last week, this could open up everything, because you know Tom Brady is efficient when that run game is going, and he can also work off the play action. They did it in New England, very balanced team. So I think this could be the week where they explode.
Okay. Jana, you heard what I heard here. Boy. And I'm always positioned where I have to be the bad guy on this show. But everything Kevin Wildes and Brandon Marshall described there sounds like an offense that is limited by their quarterback play.
Their coach.
That is limited by their coach. Guys, folks, this is the great thing about sports. There are a lot of things we talk about in life that we don't then get to end up seeing the end result. In sports, most of the time we do. And when Tom Brady picked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and those weapons and that offensive line and Byron Leftwich and Bruce Arians, nobody was saying, and going into the Week 6 game against the Packers, it's going to be about busting them up with the run game to set up a few play-action shots. It was about, no risk it, no biscuit in a good way. Mike Evans,
it's about winning, Nick. It's about winning. It's not about Tom Brady throwing it for 500 yards. I don't need Tom Brady dropping back and throwing it for 500 yards.
Still has the football.
I need him to go get the win.
You're intimidating all of us with that.
Jenna, I agree. Yes. I agree it's about winning. But the easiest way to win would be to dominate the Packers through the air, but nobody thinks they can because they are limited at quarterback.
All right, well, I want to ask all of you who you actually think is going to win, but we're going to do that a little bit later. We have much more time to talk about this game. We got some basketball news to talk about, a couple of big headlines in the NBA. Will there be another championship parade for Ty Lue now that he's the head coach of the Clippers? Nick weighs in next. First things first.